Welcome to Yoga for Fitness. We will do cardio round, we will do conditioning, and at the end, some stretching to keep your muscles settled. But as always, we start with a warm-up. For that, you come to the top of the mat, arms by your side, have your knees slightly bent, and suck in your belly, round your shoulders forward, and roll down all the way, vertebra for vertebra, until your fingertips are on the mat. Hold here, relax your neck, and bend your knees more. Place your hands firmly on the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. In your down dog, pedal your feet. Lower down your knees, coming into all fours. Cat and cow. Inhale, raise your hips, drop your belly, lift your chest, look forward. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, round your back, chin to chest. Again, inhale, you're arching. And exhale, rounding. One more each. Inhale and exhale. And then come into neutral position on your next inhale. Step back with one leg, step back with the other leg. You're in a plank pose, rocking forwards and backwards in your plank a few times. And raise your hips up, come into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. From down dog, walk your feet forward towards your hands. Stay here, have your knees bent. Slowly roll up vertebra for vertebra until you're back in your standing position. Arms by your side. Again, you're rounding forward, vertebra for vertebra, till your fingertips are on the mat, knees are slightly bent. Then bend your knees more, place your hands firmly on the ground, step back into your downward facing dog. From down dog, come forward into your plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, place your knees down, lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift up into a low cobra. Hold here, shoulders away from the ears, elbows bent backwards, neck is long. And then press back, come into downward facing dog. Hold your down dog. Release the heels down. And slowly walk your feet forward towards your hands. Roll up vertebra for vertebra until you're in a standing position again. One more time. Round your shoulders forward, suck your belly in. Lower down until your fingertips are on the mat. Hold here, relax your neck. Then bend your knees more, place your hands firmly on the mat, step back into down dog. From down dog, come forward into plank, bring your shoulders forward, knees down, lower onto your belly. Point your toes, coming into cobra. Tuck your toes under, come into downward facing dog. Take your right foot between your hands, lower down your left knee onto the mat. Raise your arms up. They line up with the ears and gently push the hips forward and down. Aim to have your right knee above your right ankle. Holding here. And then take your right arm behind you as you take your left arm forward. So in a bit of a twist. And take your left hand down onto the mat. Right arm up towards the ceiling. Take your gaze up, not towards your right hand. Keep your right foot grounded. Hold here. And release. Hand comes down, lift your back knee up, step back, downward facing dog. Other side, left foot forward, right knee down. Take your arms up, have them lined up with the ears, hips forward and down, knee above the ankle. Holding here. Then you open up into your twist. Your right arm comes forward, left arm behind you. Take your right hand down onto the mat. Left arm up towards the ceiling. Bring your gaze up. Your left foot is grounded. Knee stays above the ankle. Hold here. One more inhale. And exhale. Release. Hand comes down. Lift your back knee up. Step back, downward facing dog. Come forward into plank. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down. Lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes. Lift up. Downward facing dog. Holding here. Release your heels down a little bit deeper. Straighten your legs out more. Hips come as high as you can. Relax your neck. Holding here. And slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Get hold of your ankles. Elbows are bending sideways. Relax your head down. Hold here. and then release. Walk your hands forward 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You're in a plank. And then walk your hands back. Again, 3 times that the hand comes down. 1, 2, 3, and you're there. Hold here. This time, pick up your big toes, middle index finger and thumb. Lengthen, lift, inhale, and exhale. Fold forward, relax your head down. Elbows bending sideways, holding here. And release. Walk forward again. 3 times that the hand comes down. 1, 2, 3, and you're there. And then you walk backwards. 1, 2, 3. This time place your hands underneath the feet until your toes touch the wrist. Hold here, feel the stretch in your calves. Relax your neck. Maybe bend the elbows sideways. Maybe straighten out the legs a little bit more. And release. Walk your hands forward again for 1, 2, 3. And then lower down your knees. Keep your toes tucked under and sit back on your heels. All right. I hope you're warm and ready for our cardio round. What we will do is 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, 6 rounds, then we have a minute break, and then we'll do another 6 rounds. Okay, we're going to start with dolphins. For dolphins, you come onto the forearms. I'm going to set the timer. The toes are tucked under, and ideally you lift the knees up. So you're in a forearm down dog. And then shortly, we would start to move forward into a forearm plank, and then come back into a forearm down dog. And again, forearm plank, forearm down dog, and you keep going. If you wish to speed it up, you speed it up. Try and make the movement nice and big. If this is too much, keep it small. Just a small rocking forwards and backwards. That's fine as well. If all of this is too much, you can come down onto your knees and do the same thing. Almost there. All right, 20 seconds of rest here. We will repeat and add on. So if you wish to keep it simple, you just do the same thing. However, if you want to make it harder, you come into your forearm down dog, raising one leg up. And as you come forward into your forearm plank, the knee comes towards the elbow. And then you come up again. Yeah, so go ahead. Our timer has started. And again, you can keep the movement fairly small, just rocking forwards and backwards a little bit, and not bring the knee all the way, or you make it bigger. So it's almost impossible to come into a plank pose here with the leg. It doesn't matter. I'm sure you can feel something. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Ooh, all right. So that's so much harder to take the leg as well. 15 more seconds, 4-hour break, and then we'll do the other side. Okay. Get into position, forearms on the mat, hands interlaced, toes tucked under, lift the knee, other leg comes up, and go. And go. So knee towards the elbow, towards the armpit. Doesn't have to be too precise. Feel the muscles in your arms, in your shoulders. You're doing a lot of core here as well. All right, 15 more seconds. It's getting hard. Keep going. Almost there. All right. Whew. So let's give the arms a bit of a break. Come into a seated position. You're balancing on your tailbone, on your sitting bones. Get hold of the ankles. You're hugging the knees come apart. You're rocking back and come up into balancing. Okay, go. So 40 seconds of that. This is your core now. Your deep abdominals working. As you rock back,
Don't come all the way onto your neck. Simply towards your shoulders, yeah? So not further than the shoulders. Head stays off the mat the whole time. Keep your heels as close to your hips as you can. So you're not straightening out the legs as you come up. It will make it harder. Okay. All right, 20 seconds break. You can repeat that for our second round, or you can make it harder and you walk back, walk up, coming into standing position, maybe adding a little hop, and then you go back again, come up, and do a little hop. Okay, you ready? And go. So walking back, coming up, adding a little hop. So I let go of my ankles here. Maybe not such a good idea. It's a little bit easier. You're still holding on to the ankles or the shins. So I'm just babbling. Halfway through, you can simply also come up here. If you don't want to add the jump, you can be here. So your hips come off the mat. Okay, 8 more seconds. Give it all, give it all. Feel your heart beating. Okay, 20 seconds break. And again, if you like that, you can repeat or you stick with the first version, or you walk back, come up, jump back, jump forward, walking back. Got it? And go. So go back, come up, crossing the shins, jumping back, jumping forward with the feet parallel, walking back, cross, jump back, jump forward, and you go here. Now I got confused. How am I jumping? Oh yeah, jumping forward with the feet parallel and coming up with the feet crossed. Isn't that fun? Come on, this will be our last one. Good. Have a minute break. Get some water if you like. I'm going to talk you through the next round. All right, so our arms had a bit of a break, so we can use them again. And we will start in a plank pose. Alternating legs, you bring one knee to the opposite elbow, stepping back, and then the other knee. If you want to keep it easier, you come into a down dog in between. It is a little bit easier than holding the plank. Yes, you can do this, or you hold the plank and you alternate legs. You can also run if you like. Okay, get into position. Time is up. And go. So you're twisting, working your abdominals again, your shoulders, your arms. Run if you can, or simply go a little bit slower. Halfway through. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Woohoo. Okay. As always, you can repeat or you can make it a little bit harder. You bring the knee towards the opposite elbow and you're raising that hand up. You're stepping back like this. Yeah. Okay. You ready? And go. So you're raising the hand up. Do you feel your core muscles, your obliques working? Well, I mostly feel my arms and my shoulders and my heart. I can feel my heart beat. Only 10 more seconds. All right. Okay, so So you can repeat. God, I'm out of breath. Or if you want to be fancy, as you bring the knee to the opposite elbow, you come up into a side plank, taking that arm up, going back, and doing the same on the other side. Okay, got it? All right, so you're going this and this, maybe a little bit slower to keep your balance. So this reminds me a little bit of, what's it called? Carpateira. Now, that's a village in Portugal. Cataplana. Oh no, that's a Portuguese dish. Caldeirada. Oh no, that too. That's a lovely fish stew. Capoeira, is that it? Brazilian dance and martial art combination. Okay, that was it. Okay, for the next 3 rounds, last 3 rounds, we give the arms a bit of a break. We'll do something on the belly. Yay. So we start, oh God, not much break. You have your arms extended, and then you're lifting one arm up, the opposite leg, release, and then the other side. Yeah, keep the neck long, head is off the mat. Simple. If you're getting confused, just do something. I know I say simple, but for some people, it's a little bit with coordination. I understand that. We all struggle with this at times. Keep going. Slowing down the heart rate a little bit before we bring it up again. Okay, and release. Okay, 20 seconds, right? So you can repeat, or everything comes up and you come to swimming. We have a little bit longer for our break. 5 more seconds. So get into position, raise everything up. Neck stays long, and you're starting with your Pilates swimming. So keep it speedy. Stay with your strength, no floppy arms. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Give it a go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Oh, my voice is breaking. 8 more seconds. Give you an update. Oh, sorry. Okay, for the last one, we'll do the same. Remember, you can go back to the easier version, or you give it all. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to focus on my breathing. You do the same. No talking. Raise up and go. Twelve more seconds. Oh. That was it with the cardio round. Have a break. Take a sip of water. Don't chug it down. I don't want you to bring it all up again in our conditioning round. For the conditioning round, come sitting down. Feet are flat on the mat. Arms extended forward. Sitting up tall. Take an inhale. On your exhale, slowly, slowly, vertebra for vertebra. Lower down. Take your arms up and over your head. Up towards the ceiling. And then come up again into a seated position. 2 more like this. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower down. with as much control as you can. Take your arms next to your ears, up towards the ceiling. Lift up. Last one. And come up. Sit up tall. Take an inhale and exhale. Lower down halfway. Shoulders away from the ears. Chest is lifted. Hold here. Then float your right leg up into tabletop position and your left leg. Holding here. And slowly open your arms to the side. Stay balanced. Hold here. And then take your arms forward again. Extend your right leg away from you. Bring it back. Left leg. Bring it back. Right leg. And back. And left leg. And back. Keep going. And then slowly start to add some movement with the torso. So as you extend the leg away from you, you're leaning back a little bit more. If that's not for you, stay up. Keep the movement small. But if you can, you go back. One more round of whatever you're doing. And release. Hug your knees, place your feet on the mat, round your back. And lifting up. Sit up tall. Extend your arms away from you. Inhale and exhale. Slowly lower down. Just a little bit. Bring one leg up and then the other leg comes up. Good. Holding here. Bring your fingertips towards your temples. We twist. So twist towards the right. Back to the center. To the left. Back to the center. And again right. And left. You can stay with that, or you add your legs. So as you twist to the right, your right knee comes towards you, your left leg extends away. And up, and then to the other side. Back to the starting position. And we'll do a few more rounds here. So this is obviously your core, but also your legs, your hip flexors. One more round. And release. Hug your knees. Take a short moment here, catching your breath. And swing your legs around. Come laying down on your belly. Have your arms by your side. Raise your torso up. Raise your arms up as well. Raise your legs up if you want to make it harder. And then pump the arms. Pump them up. So we'll hold that for a while. Okay, but we're not holding, we're moving. You should shortly feel something in your arms. So we've done a lot of arms already today. So we don't need to stay here forever. To feel something, keep going a little bit longer. And we'll change the movement. So the arms stay up and the thumbs pulse towards each other. Keep your legs high. Keep your torso high. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Make a pillow with your hands. Release the legs down. If you haven't done much glutes today, let's change that. Bend the knees, flex the feet. Heels are touching. Your toes turned out. Knees are a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Then lift your knees, your thighs up. And then lift them higher, lower to hover. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Keep going. It's a lovely exercise for the glutes. Also for the hamstrings. Let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your knees, thighs up. Straighten out your legs, pointing the toes. Bring your heels together, flex the feet. You straighten to point your toes and bend the knees, flexing the feet, heels come together. Got it? All right. So keep going. Maybe speed it up a little bit. Try and keep your knees, your thighs off the mat as much as you can. And 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Roll your hips from side to side. Let's throw in a little stretch. Bring your knees closer together. Legs come closer together. Make a pillow with your left hand. Reach behind you with your right hand for your right foot. Pubic bone is pressing down. Tailbone is long. Heel towards your glute. Hold here. And release. Switching sides. Tailbone is long. Enjoy the stretch in the front of your leg. And release. Come laying down on your back. Knees are bent. Feet are flat on the mat. Arms by your side. Bring your heels as close towards you as you can. Tuck your tailbone under. Raise your hips. Lower back, middle back. Part of your upper back up. And then slowly lower down, sucking your belly in, vertebra for vertebra. And once you're down, release completely. Again, you're lifting up and lowering down. Last one. Rolling up and rolling down. Good. Have your toes turned out now, heels turned in. Lift your hips up, holding here. And then pulse the knees to the side, so they're pulsing outwards. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them here, so they're outwards. And then lower the hips to hover and up. So not rolling down, keep going. You're coming down with a straight back. Hips come to hover, so they don't lower down all the way. And then you're pushing them up again. And 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Place the soles of your feet together. Knees drop to the side. Rock from side to side a few times. And I'm going to come to the center. Feet are pressed together. Raise your hips up to hover. And then lift and lower. Lift and lower. So again, as you're lowering only to hover. The hips don't rest on the mat. For 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Place your feet flat on the mat. Bring your heels as close towards you as you can. Arms by your side. Tuck your tailbone under. Raise your hips, lower back, middle back, upper back, up. You can stay here or raise your hips higher. Interlace your hands behind you and draw your shoulders towards each other. So arms are straight. Feet are pressed down. Big toes and the edges of the feet. Stay grounded. Holding here. And first release the hands, then release the shoulders. Slowly lower down, vertebra for vertebra. Bring your knees to your chest. Bring your knees towards the armpits. Hold here. Rock from side to side a few times. Happy baby pose. Lift the feet up, flex your feet. You can take your ankles, if that's enough, or your arms come inside your knees and the hands catch the outer edges of the feet. Once you have that, you gently pull your knees down towards the mat next to your chest. Tailbone stays long, so you're not bringing the hips up too much. Holding here. And then bring your knees back into your chest. Hug them in. Place your left foot onto the mat. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling. Take your hands, interlace them behind your thigh. Gently pull the leg towards you. Stay with that if your hamstrings are tight, or you walk your hands up towards your calf, maybe your ankle, and pull the leg a little bit closer. And if anyone feels the urge to straighten out the left leg, you can do that also. And release, place the foot down, other side. So the knee comes towards the chest, then interlace your hands behind your thigh. Extend the leg up, and you take it from here. Stay here, or get hold of your calves or your ankle, and maybe straighten out your right leg. Move slowly, please. There's no rush. Okay, one more inhale and exhale, and release. Hug your knees towards your chest. Start to walk forwards and backwards till you are in a seated position. Turn around again. Legs are straight. So we start with straight legs. Then bend your right leg. Place the sole of the foot against the left inner thigh. Torso is centered over your straight leg. Flexing the foot, inhale here, and exhale, fold forward. Holding here. So hands can stay on the mat. Again, if you want to maybe take your foot, you can do that. Try and keep your back as straight as possible. Shoulders away from your ears. You're not hunching forward. Yeah. And come halfway up until your back is straight. Take your right hand, catch the outer edge of your left foot. So if you can't reach, it doesn't matter, you bend the knee. The left hand comes next to you, lengthen and start to twist. So pull on the outer edge of your foot, the other hand is pressing down, so growing taller and twisting. Growing taller and twisting. Hold here for 3 more. 2 and 1. Come back to the center. Straighten out your left leg if it was bent. Take your right foot, place the foot onto the mat outside your left knee. Hug the knee, sit up tall, engaging your left leg. So left foot is flexed. You twist in the other direction. Take your right hand behind you. Option A, you hug the knee and twist. Option B, you take the arm up, so left arm comes up, take an inhale. On your exhale, you twist and you press the elbow against the knee. Holding here, grow taller and twist deeper. Remember, your left foot is flexed, shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale and exhale, release. Switching legs. So your right leg is straight, sole of the left foot comes against the right inner thigh, that way. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward, your torso is centered over your straight leg. Hands on the mat or get hold of the foot. Keep your chest lifted, gazes forward, neck stays long. Hold here. And come halfway up. Catch the outer edge of your foot again, bend the knee, that's better for you. Your right hand is next to you, lengthen and twist. Use both of your hands to go deeper into your twist. One more inhale and exhale, release. Straighten out your right leg. Place the left foot outside your right knee. Sitting tall. Left hand comes behind you. Either you hug the knee or right arm comes up. Inhale and exhale, twist. Press the elbow against the knee. Holding here. Keep going taller and maybe going deeper. One more inhale
And exhale, look forward and release. Both of your legs are straight, round forward. Round your back, relax your neck. Neutralize the spine here. And slowly start to bring your gaze towards your toes. Hands are on the mat. Bend your knees until belly and thighs are in contact with each other. Catch the outer edges of your feet. You can stay here or you slide your heels away from you. Keep belly and thighs touching. Neck stays long. Hold here until you feel the stretch in your calves, in your hamstrings. And then slowly come up and release. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Lift your shoulders up on an inhale and exhale. Release. Thank you very, very much for joining me. Lovely to see you. Until next time, namaste.